There was one guy that I dated who was so nice, so cute, took me on the best dates, so fun. Like, we had fun. Every single day we had fun. But I did not feel emotionally connected to him. Like, I didn't feel, and it wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him, because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking, and I was able to recognize it quickly. I was able to recognize it quickly, and instead of being like, oh, but he's so nice. He's such a nice guy. He treats me so nice. He has money. I don't have to worry about anything with him. This is what we do as women. We talk ourselves in to situations that we genuinely don't want to be in, because there's...
Yeah, so you hear what she said, right? She could figure it out quickly, that there was something lacking between them and the chemistry wasn't there, something like that. But was that before she went on several dates? You know what I mean? Had that man spend and waste his money and time? I highly doubt that.
Almost like a guilt that you feel when someone's nice to you and treats you great, but you don't feel connected with them, to them in a romantic way. Like, as a friend, we could be friends all day, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I had to tell him, that that's how I felt, because I wanted to be honest, and I felt like, he kind of wanted to push things along, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, so what's crazy is that, notice that she's on the same type of time as what a lot of these types of women be on. And that's why a lot of guys have focused on that very thing, to establish a connection before investment. Because a lot of these women are just out for short-term tingles and want sparks like it's a movie. I get it, there's a fine line between being attracted to somebody, you know what I mean? But if you harping on every little thing and you're going off of just little tingles and short-term emotions, I don't know how it's ever going to work in a long-term relationship.
If a man takes a woman out to eat, do you feel him spending his money on that good time, the woman should reciprocate, not necessarily a dinner, but something in return for him? Like what?
Energy, time.
But he gave his
presence.
He gave his time, energy, and presence to you.
Yeah, but he wanted me to give. He wanted my time.
But okay, so you didn't want to go on that date.
He asked me out on a date, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna give him my time.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So what you're saying is, a man should not ask a woman on a date. He should wait for her to ask.
That's not what I said.
And see, this is why many women want the dating sequences and rules to suit them, right? They want all the leverage. And of course, she didn't really put it that way because she don't want to come off that way, right? Then the cat will be out the bag. But having guys always approach and then take all the initiative when it goes to dating, and then carrying it and framing it like the guy is the only one really interested, so that allows her to think that she can just show up and do the least. Just being there is enough.
What?
The reason I say that is because you didn't want to be there. You don't want to reciprocate. You feel like
I did want to be there. I said yes.
You just said your presence is reciprocal to the money he's spending. Even though his time, his energy, he's giving you that. You giving him time and energy, but that's not equal. Is that equal?
It is.
Okay. Listen.
We're both.
Hey, listen. Let me land. All right. So he brings his time and energy. Okay. You bring your time and energy. Okay. It's equal. Now he brings the money that he paid for. Now what do you bring?
Myself.
Okay. You bring yourself. He brings himself.
Okay.
So, okay. Now that's equal except for the part of the money that he spent. So what are you doing in reciprocation to the money part?
Just being there.
No, but he's just being there.
He wanted me to be there with him. So you don't want him to be there. I'm asking you a question. I mean, he don't gotta be there.
So that's all I'm saying is, you see that women do not value a man's time and energy because they feel like they bring their time and energy and you should bring some money, which means they discount your time and energy as if it's not even there. You're discounting the value of him.
I'm not, though.
If you weren't, you would say, okay, well, I'm going to reciprocate because everything is balanced. His time and energy, your time and energy. Himself, yourself. His money, what do you bring?
If you understood balance, then you wouldn't be asking me that question.
Because
a woman and a man That's yin and yang. That's the balance right there.
Okay, I hear what
so
you're.
if you
I hear what you're saying.
You knew a woman, the balance that a woman brings in your life, then you would know the value that a woman brings.
If you knew balance, you would understand what he's talking about. But she's so busy wanting to keep elevating the value of herself over the men that she's dating. And like, see, he's already acknowledging the woman's presence. He's already got that in the equation. It's women like this who don't value or try to downplay a man's presence. And that's all to get that perceived leverage over him. And I say it's perceived because it's not real. That's the main way they try to downplay men in order to get the men to do more and to pay more and to do and to give more. This is one of the #1 plays in the playbook.
You tell me if what she says is making sense. Listen, he brings himself, you bring yourself. That's equal, right?
Okay.
Then he brings some money. You can't bring yourself again. We already did you. So what are you bringing to reciprocate for the money he's bringing is what I'm asking.
I said it already.
Yourself.
Yeah.
So which means if you're saying yourself, then what you're saying is you are more valuable than him. Him coming and you coming is not the same. You bring more value coming.
If somebody wants my time.
You talking in circles, you see.
No, I'm not.
You talking in circles. Trying to tell these dudes something that what you're pretty much saying is these women don't value you like that. They believe they're more valuable than you. It's that simple.
Yeah, and it's just sad how many women carry this type of mindset. If a guy asks her on a date and she accepts it, then it's a mutual outing. Point blank. And this is why a lot of guys have stepped back and realized the importance of making clear of this dynamic. Make sure it's balanced in the beginning, because how you get her is how you're gonna have to keep her. So if you chasing her in the beginning, you're gonna have to constantly chase and probably never get her, but you're gonna be chasing her for a long time. So you wanna make sure that she's there for the right reasons and that she really wants to be there, so she can't fall back on that excuse. Because every time he gonna try to hold her accountable, best believe she's gonna revert back to this. You wanted me, you might as well take me how I am type shit.
Telling me you're in a fight with your man and you say, babe, I just don't even want to talk anymore, give me some space. And he actually gives you space.
Well, this sounds great. Sounds like your man is confident. It sounds like he's secure within himself. And it sounds like he's aware of your needs and desires and empathetic to them. Therefore, this is going to increase the trust and the intimacy in the relationship, right?
Like, obviously, I want to talk.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, obviously, I want you to, like, be like, no, like, we're talking.
Ah, got it. This is called shadow communication. Now, there's a lot of reasons that somebody might engage in shadow communication, and a lot of the times it's to protect themselves. But if this form of communication where somebody's using a lot of mixed signals is actually being used to control or confuse their partner, I might even categorize this as manipulation.
Was I not clear?
Oh yeah, it's clear as mud, actually. Now, look, when you're ready to stop acting like a child and using this very immature form of communication to likely control and manipulate your partner and stop asking the world where all the good men are at, then, and maybe only then, you can start to learn how to communicate your needs, desires, and boundaries in a way that's actually going to allow you to step into an adult relationship.
And you know what's really funny, man? I bet women like this swear they're so mature. This is the type of mindset that screams zero self-awareness and empathy. Constant manipulation, being bestowed upon me, nah, I'll pass.
Watching Pop the Balloon has me convinced that women do not know what they want at all. Okay, this one girl said, you are fine, you are so handsome, but I just don't like that your pants don't cover your ankles. Another girl said, I like my man in more streetwear. This is a dating show. You were supposed to come like you was on a date, and she was dressed up, not in no streetwear. So they was perfectly matched that day. And then this one girl said, he's just smiling, and I'm not much of a smiler. What the I'm convinced. I'm convinced y'all don't know what y'all want. This is the petty reason that y'all not dating men.
Well, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys for watching and rocking with me. This is EK Real Spicy signing out, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.